We could start this, but someone's still on their phone.
I know.
So when I said interrupted, what you really meant was, of course, over and over and over again.
I hate this thing.
Yeah.
Crap. Crippity crap. I was trying to finish a level in Duolingo, and they gave me a really stupid sentence. All right. I'm taking level 1, baby.
Sure. You could be Mario. Ba-dum-bum.
Dun dun. Okay. So my brother and I played this game
Yeah.
for several months, not knowing you could fly.
Oh, with the tail?
Yes, we had no idea you could fly. And it wasn't until our neighbor from down the street was like, yeah, you just hold down the run button and see when your arms stick out, you can fly. And I'm like, wait, what? Really?
So did you guys like?
Oh, fudge.
Did you guys like buy it? So when the
Yeah.
game came out, so you like okay.
We had it. We must have had it pretty early because we had it before Nintendo Power came out with, or before we got our hands at least on the Nintendo Power.
Like the Super Mario 3 edition of it.
Uh-huh. Because I remember getting the Nintendo Power magazine, and it had that memory game that you play. It had like all the different variants that it could be.
Right.
So you would just
So you could just knock them all out in one go.
yeah.
It's funny because I've never actually seen that Nintendo Power episode, like that issue.
I wonder if we still have it even, because a lot of those Nintendo Power mags, and we had all these old Dragon magazines too.
Wait, you guys, where would they be?
See, now I'm gonna have to try and figure it out.
Like in the attic or something?
Maybe. I don't think we threw them away.
Oh.
Like Scott had them down in the
basement.
The basement.
Oh.
There's a cabinet of a bookcase.
Oh man.
Tucked into the basement. It stays dry in there at least.
Yeah. Oh man.
I know.
I would have those Nintendo Powers over like probably half of the other books I've got. Because that's awesome.
Oh, they're pretty cool.
There was a girl in grade school. What was her name? Melissa Moffat. Not Moffat, the other one. Anyway, we had like 3 Melissas. Anyway, this is like in 5th grade.
That's going to be our generation's popular name.
I know.
Melissa, and then it was always short for Missy.
Yeah, there was a... Yeah, true that.
Sorry, anyways.
No. But that's fine. But, you know, she had... I remember her having Nintendo Powers. And, like, because she had... I don't remember why she had one at school. I'm like, oh my gosh, you have Nintendo... Because I never had Nintendo Power. I always wanted a subscription to it. Even though I didn't have an NES.
Okay, but wait, weren't you a Boy Scout? That's how we ended up with our Nintendo Power subscription.
Well, the thing is, we sold... Well, okay. Our Cub Scout troop did, like, popcorn. We didn't do the magazine subscription thing.
Maybe it was like a school fundraiser. Because that's totally how we ended up... Okay, I'm taking level 4.
That's fine.
Okay. That's how we ended up with... Flip.
You want me to
no
leave you level 4?
Yes, leave me level 4. You know you want the whistle.
I'll do 3. Anyway, so she, you know, I was like just so stoked that, you know, she had like a Nintendo Power with her at school. So I'm like, oh my gosh, do you like subscribe to that? Because I didn't know that many people who did it. And she's like, yeah. It's like, can I like borrow one? Like, you know.
You're such a stud.
I know. And I mean, I don't know if like this was a thing, but she did. She brought in like 3 issues to let me borrow it. And I was reading them in class and they got taken away. Mr. Kitchens like confiscated them. And I felt bad because they didn't belong to me. You know, they got them back, of course, but it's like, yeah, leave this at home. Nintendo video games keeping you from being a good student.
Yeah, that's keeping you from being a good student.
Well, yeah. My hatred of school kept me from being a good student. Yeah. So that was I don't remember if there was I don't think it was a Mario 3 edition because this would have been about 5th grade, so the SNES hadn't come out yet. But it would have been after Mario 3 was already out.
Oh, yeah, it was either school fundraisers or like scouts or something, that those parents ordering magazines to support kids thing.
Right, of course.
Ooh, I'm so taking this.
Oh, the Toad Hut.
Yep. Um, so we probably had a subscription to Nintendo Power for like a year or two in there somewhere. Also, the edutainment magazines,
Uh,
321 Contact.
the most we ever got was we had Boys Life. As I'm slurping down my noodles here.
Okay, Boys Life was advertising the Demon Drop at Cedar Point.
Oh man.
And I had already been to Cedar Point once and was so stoked. Oh,
Well, I remember I had the issue of Boys Life when they were advertising the world's highest coaster, tallest coaster, and it was the XL 200.
I was
at
going to
Cedar
say that
Point.
had to be the XL 200.
It was XL 200 at Cedar Point. And I'm like, where's Cedar Point? It's like in Ohio somewhere. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's like a world away.
Okay, my best friend in grade school, they're the ones who took me to Cedar Point the first time. And then I loved it so much that I finally convinced my parents to go. And mom had never been on roller coasters before and is afraid of heights. Guess the first coaster we took her on.
Of course, it was XL.
Nope, it was the corkscrew because
It goes,
your first coaster should, of course, go upside down.
Upside down coasters were always the boogeyman coasters. I don't remember the first upside down coaster I went on. It was probably at Kings Island. It may have been like the Vortex.
I never went to Kings Island. Where's that at?
Cincinnati. That's outside Cincinnati.
Man. I wonder why we never went there. Okay, Cedar Point was the best though, so I'm not complaining.
I haven't been there. My senior trip was at Kings Island, and my 8th grade trip went to Kings Island. That was the first time I went to Kings Island. Was in 8th grade. I've only been nuts. I've only been twice, and so I would be good to go back. At the time, the newest coaster when I was in 8th grade was Top Gun. It was a suspended coaster like Iron Dragon.
Yeah. No, okay, because Iron Dragon has there were no belts in it. It's basically just swinging gondolas.
Yeah. No, that's what it was. It wasn't a Top Gun wasn't
like the Raptor.
No, it wasn't like the Raptor where you
inverted coaster. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. That's really what it was. I guess suspended inverted. I mean,
yeah,
I know what you mean, but they were cars, so you were enclosed.
Okay.
So your feet weren't dangling on that one. And but that was a cool coaster of the time because there weren't that many of them. Because this would have been 1993.
You are so much better with dates than I am.
Well, that's when I graduated junior high. That's how I know. And my parents weren't going to let me go because I hadn't finished all of my like algebra homework or something. I was like really behind with my algebra homework. So I was like really playing catch up by the end of the year. And, my mom said, look, if you don't finish all of these assignments, you can't go on this trip. I'm like, oh, man. Because it was a lot of work.
Okay, how do you let your work pile up like that?
Because I don't like doing it.
Oh, see, I was way too anal. Like I was somehow going to get held back if I didn't finish it.
No, it was paralysis.
Oh, nope.
I mean, it's not like that anymore. But I mean, it was, but at the time, it's like, I don't know how to do this, and I was like, I just could not get myself to focus and knuckle down on it. Now, so I had this work piling up. That was Mr. Rudolph. I think he's dead. Everyone's dead. I'm old.
I feel like we're like the Spinal Tap
This
soundtrack.
is like this is very becoming Spinal Tap.
That person's dead now.
He's dead now. You can't say people are dead all the time. No, like, so I had this, I had all this work piling up, and I was trying to get it finished so I could go on this trip with all my classmates to Kings Island. And Emily and Alex, they had both been to Kings Island. They're talking about how, like, my brother had this really awesome shirt with the vortex. It was like
Ooh.
the steel hand crushing some roller coaster track, and it said vortex. It was awesome looking.
I'm not gonna lie, roller coaster shirts were like the coolest thing.
Oh yeah. And the thing is, that was back when if you had a
Oh,
roller coaster shirt, it was like a badge of honor. It's like,
Yes.
yeah, I rode that crazy roller coaster. You know, I mean, it wasn't. Roller coasters are like, it's not so much that way anymore because roller coasters have just gotten nuts since then. It's like, oh, you rode that. I mean, it's like kiddie ride now, man. I'm gonna blame the controller.
I am not on my game tonight.
I'm not either.
Although you are always better at this one than me. Now let's talk original Super Mario.
Yeah. We'll do that next.
Okay.
Anyway, so I had all this stuff piling up, and I'm like, I'm not going to get all this done. And I'm not sure if I ever did. I think I still had like 3 assignments that I didn't turn in that I just had to take zeros on. You know, I passed because I'm not stupid. I just don't like doing homework.
Apparently it's overwhelming and stressful.
Well, I mean, yeah, it can be. But what happened was, you know, I go to, it's like about a week before school ends, and they're handing out like all of these like awards. Everybody goes to the auditorium. You know, this is junior high, so 7th and 8th grade. Everybody crams into the auditorium, and they're giving out all the special super duper awards. You know, people who did like, you know, athletic excellence, that kind of stuff, other academic things that they would just give out to people. And I'm sitting there going, well, at least I'm not in class, you know, because I'm not going to get anything. And they call my name because I won an essay contest. Because everybody had to do it in my English class. And what happened was everybody wrote these essays, and my
and
English...
they all get turned in,
and they
because
all-
that's what teachers do.
That's right. So they all got turned in. And mine won. You know, like, and this was like everybody. All the students competed in this. So I won this essay contest. I was just gobsmacked by that. I'm like, what? I'm like, all right. And I got a $25 savings bond for it.
Nice.
And my mom she was just as surprised as I was. So she said, okay, well, since you won,
Oh,
you can go to Kings Island.
aw.
So, yeah. So I got to go anyway because I won this essay contest.
Woo. Is there like a hidden flower or anything back here? I can't remember. I don't
Mm-mm.
think there is.
Yay. You have to do it the hard way.
Aw.
Do.
All right, dude.
You're doing way better. I remember these being just
Ha.
really hard. Like when I first started playing Mario 3.
Midair. Woohoo.
Like fighting the Koopa kids were just really, I don't know. I just couldn't predict what they were going to do. And they were just bouncing around. And I'm like, no, stop doing that.
I don't like Morton. I don't like the way he sticks to the walls. And Lemmy I only like just because he makes faces. So
Oh, sure. I don't like Wendy.
Oh, yeah, she's annoying.
Because her rings
Oh.
hang out. See, still Princess Toadstool. Not Peach
Princess
yet.
Toadstool. All right.
Oh.
I can do this.
See, I first, like a lot of people, I found out about Super Mario 3 from The Wizard.
Okay, that is so not how I found out about Super Mario 3. Oh, come on.
What are you trying to do?
Cheat. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh my gosh.
Wait,
I
you've
can't
never
believe
seen
I
that?
have never seen that. No.
Oh, yeah. No.
Was that a Nintendo Power, or was that like one of those like schoolyard things?
I can't remember now. I think it
Oh,
was like one of those schoolyard things, like, "Hey, guess what?
you could
You
do
can do
this.
this."
Yeah, it's like a hack. Do-do-do. Oh, that's actually kind of cool.
Oh, oh, fudges. Wait, wait, no, there's one right here.
Yeah. Fudges.
The language.
Have to bleep that out
Uh-huh.
because it would be funnier.
There
So,
we go.
so of course, I did not have an NES. I had friends who had NESs, and we could rent an NES from the video store, and it was like, I don't remember how much it cost.
How old were you when you got an NES? Because your brother Phil got you one,
Yeah,
right?
so I would have been, was that 7th grade? Yeah, so it would have been Christmas of 1991, because that's when the Super Nintendo was out. So I would have been 12. I was going to turn 13.
Okay. Yeah, I do not remember this stuff. Okay, how old was I when we got our Nintendo?
You were probably pretty young. I mean, this would have been, I can see you guys getting it fairly early.
I think we were living in Illinois. So the first time. So I'm guessing I was like 8. What year did it come out?
85, 86. I think technically 85, but it really didn't hit hard until 1986.
I'm wondering if we got it in like 87.
I could see that because by that time there were more
Mhm.
games available and it was really picking up steam.
Yes. And my brother and I loved it. We played Mario all the time. And apparently, after hours, Dad would turn it on and play Duck Hunt.
We had this toy store called Children's Palace in Evansville. And
Oh,
you
I love
walk,
Children's Palace.
yeah.
Did
So
it have a little circle that you could climb through into the store?
actually, I think they did.
Ours did.
Oh my gosh, that's old school. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
so at the when you walked into the store, there was this whole section of computer software. So if you had, they had like IBM compatible stuff, and they had stuff for the Commodore 64, and they
Mhm.
also had Nintendo, because at the time, you know, it was still being marketed. It was a toy, sort of, but all the stores were treating it like it was computer software, like, you know, like a personal computer,
Yeah.
you know, because all those other like computers you would hook up to your TV, like a Commodore. Anyway, so I would go in there and look at it, and I remember the first time I got my
Oh.
hands on an NES controller, and I hated it. I hated it so much.
Oh, dude, seriously?
Yeah, because I was used to the joysticks from the Commodore. We had the joysticks, and we had the paddles,
Okay.
like the Pong paddles.
The paddles. I don't even remember those.
Yeah, they're like the circles that you turn, and there was a button, like a fire button on the side. It was like a jog wheel that you would hold, and you could just turn them.
I kind of remember. Maybe. I'm so gonna die. Okay, come here, dude.
There were only a few games that used it.
Oh, my timing is so off tonight.
Like Pong would use it if you had Pong, and there was like a breakout game, which I think was called Super Smash.
I do not remember paddles at all. I don't think I ever played with them.
Okay.
We had a joystick for the Commodore 64.
Yeah.
But I feel like even when we played Jumpman Jr., that was my jive
Yeah, of
on the
course.
Commodore 64. When we played it, I'm pretty sure I used the keyboard for directionals.
Oh, sure.
It was like you used the arrows and then the space bar.
Did they have arrows? They only had.
Oh
Okay,
my
they had the
gosh.
Commodore had arrows, but there was only half of the arrows. It was like left and right. It wasn't up and down.
Oh, now I need to get my hands on a Commodore keyboard.
Yeah, well, look at that. Like a functioning one.
Yeah. Although I love that you can play all the old games just on emulators.
Yeah, you can, and you need to. You just have to remember what your keyboard mappings are for that, especially with the F keys.
Okay, what I really want to get my hands on is okay, we had the magazines that would have the two-page layouts of DOS code
Oh, the programming
to
code.
play a
Yeah.
game, and I always wanted to know what this amazing secret game was. And one time I tried putting in the code and it was lines and lines of code and it didn't work because I didn't type it right.
Yeah, because you have to go exactly, otherwise you'll get an error.
Uh-huh. Okay. Then it's probably here.
Ooh.
Nope. I don't
Oh
know
my
this one.
gosh. I can't believe that. Oh. Nice. There you go.
Ooh.
Close.
There's usually those two corners usually have stars.
Right.
Oh, and I'm going into this dinky. Derp de derp derp derp.
You're going into this dinky.
I'm dinky. I should have used my mushroom. Because this is a fun one to be big in.
Of course. When you got tail power.
Doop 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 doop. Oh,
I remember being at a friend's house for his birthday. And when he got Super Mario 3 for his birthday, and it had already been out for at least a year. But, these games had such long lifespans.
mm-hmm. Except the Zelda cartridges, which somehow seemed to have their battery die really quick.
Well, what I mean is like it's like today, like the Mario games just hold their value.
That's because they're freaking fun and everyone's played them.
Yeah, exactly. So, Super Mario 3 was $50. It was $49.99 like back in 89 when it came out.
Yeah.
And, adjusted for inflation, that's like over $90 today. That's nuts, like how expensive these were by comparison. But it was a bigger deal when you got it too.
Mm-hmm.
So that was like a big thing. Because these games were just epically big.
Okay, seriously though, Thousand Year Door, I'm so excited for that to come out.
Oh yeah. I love me some Thousand Year Door.
Mm-hmm. Okay, when we were dating,
Uh-oh.
didn't you have this in your bathroom?
Yes. Yeah, it was I had Super Mario 3 on the Game Boy Advance, and I still have it. I should probably give it back to him. It belonged to a friend. It was the Japanese import.
Really?
So it's in Japanese. So the whole game's in Japanese.
Okay, that would be really fun to see.
Because we're nerds.
Yeah. Which
That
friend?
is-
Which friend does it belong to?
Naughton.
It's Eric's. Oh, okay.
Naughton. He let me borrow it. But it's weird though, because sometimes friends would just be casual about, what about lending out games and just not asking for them back. It's like, oh yeah, whatever. I've got like 2 other copies of it
Yes.
on just different systems.
Uh-huh.
Because only like a couple years later or a year later, you got it on the Virtual Console for the Wii.
How did Naughton get it in Japanese?
You probably got it on eBay.
Oh, well, okay then.
I mean, Eric had
Yeah.
he had actually gotten the Famicom import with the disc system and everything. This is before they went out to Virginia Beach. So that's, when they were
That
down.
was after we got married, right?
Yes, it was. It was not long after. Like they left maybe 2 years, because Maddie was born, because we went to their house
Yes.
with her when she was little. So
Ha.
that'd have been 2010. So they left in 2010, 2011. But anyway, he had all like that whole disc system thing. And I remember him saying, "Hey Ash, do you want any of these games?" Because he sold off all of his old NES stuff. And he had Super Mario 3, and I was like, "Oh, actually, yeah, I would be interested in Mario 3 because I don't have that one." because I've got 1 and 2 on a cartridge, but I don't have 3. And now those are like crazy collectible.
All right. Do you want 4 or do you want 5?
Oh, it doesn't matter. I like both.
I was going to say, with my track record today, you might get them both. Oh, Chain Chomp, really? I'm just going right over y'all.
Yeah.
Isn't there a leaf here?
Yes. Yeah, it's the Tanuki.
Okay. Or in high school.
Uh-huh.
Haruhi looks like a tanuki.
Yeah.
She does not look like a raccoon dog.
Raccoon dog. Yeah. Tom Nook is a tanuki.
Yes.
He's not a raccoon.
Tom Nook is really a mobster.
Yeah, he is. For the first, my Mario 3 experience where I really built my chops on it came from renting it. We had 2 video stores in town. One of them was a gas station. And the other one was just like, one of those rented space hole-in-the-wall video stores.
Oh.
You can still get up there.
I know. I'm just...
You're just going to break all the bricks doing it.
Pretty much.
See? You got it. And you still have a block to jump on.
And I'm not quite out of time yet.
Boss.
Something.
So there were 2 copies of Super Mario 3 in my little town that everybody rented. Everybody did. Because it was never in. It was like you would look on a weekend, you'd go to the gas station, or you'd pop into the video store to see maybe Super Mario 3 will be there. And then every now and then it would be. And then we'd be like, yeah, we'd rent it. And me and my buddy Chris, we would rent it.
This is Chris, your friend, not
My
Chris, your
friend
cousin,
Chris,
right?
not my cousin.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. So I had like a grade school friend named Chris. And so he had an NES.
Okay, I'm glad I gave you this one because I always run out of time because I'm getting all the coins.
Yeah, I'm not going to be that thorough.
Okay, except part of me is like, you're leaving coins behind. Ah!
I don't need no stinking coins.
At the rate I'm losing lives, I do.
So I was at Eric's a while back, and he's got Joy-Cons that are the classic NES controllers.
Oh.
And they still mount to your Switch like a regular Joy-Con. And I guess they're like an official NES.
Okay,
Official Nintendo. And I'm like, wait, what? I looked, I don't think they're selling them anymore.
Oh no.
Because I'm like, oh, I want that.
Yes.
That's the sort of thing. The NES games, I like the Pro controllers, but if you have the original, I'm always better with those original controllers.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to think because, okay, in college, I had bought the Yobo,
Yeah.
which was lovely, and I'm trying to think what kind of controllers it had. I think they weren't square. I think they still had rounded corners.
No, I think those are. Oh, maybe I don't remember. We still have it. It's somewhere.
Yeah, because it's great.
It's the sound chip is different, so the
music comes out a little weird.
Yeah, it doesn't sound the same.
Oh, did you need that?
No.
Okay.
What am I gonna need it for?
You do whistles.
Oh, sure. Now I was gonna do the pyramid.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
Do I have? Oh, you're right. Do.
I figured we'd be playing it your way.
Oh, well, I don't know how long we're gonna plan on doing this. I wasn't gonna warp. I was gonna go,
Oh, just play straight through as far as we could?
yeah, maybe get through like I don't know until we get bored,
Okay, fair enough.
until the camera dies.
I kind of love the my favorite level is World 4 because
Oh, I
I
like
love
Big
the
Land.
giant things.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. It took forever for me to get good enough to get to World 4. I think my Nintendo skills really got honed to some degree with this game
Yeah.
because it was hard, but it was so pleasurable. If it just made it was so much fun to play. I didn't care that it was hard. There are other games that it just makes me want to
Weep and
bite,
die.
yes, bite your controller,
Oh, our controllers had so many teeth marks at home.
like Mega Man is notorious for that.
Oof.
So I hated that. But this game, I felt like it gave you an option to play it in different ways. Like you had different like strategies, different styles.
Well, and it has all the little fun secrets that, you hear about on the playground.
Exactly. So you always felt like there was so much more to the game that you didn't know about. It's like, oh my gosh, there's stuff going on in this game.
All right, I've given you every opportunity to take this mushroom house.
Oh, I don't need this stuff. I'm not like, I mean,
Wow. Just wow.
yeah, go ahead, take it. I don't need it.
I know where you sleep.
I know.
All right.
It's time to rock.
Rock. Ooh, another one. Shut up.
Do. Shut up.
Contents will help you on your way.
It's my frog suit. He's like a furry. If it was a fluffy frog, I guess.
I always think that it would smell like latex. That's just every time I look at it, I'm like, that thing's got to stink like latex. Yeah.
Mario funk.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Sweaty
rubber.
Mario and latex.
In a rubber frog suit. Let's see if I bone this up.
I like the idea of the frog suit in this, but I cannot control Mario for the life of me. That's like I'm desperate and I need some kind of power up. I'll put it on, but then I'm okay with losing it immediately.
Yeah, I feel like it's very specialized. And the thing is, if you've played through Mario 1, you're already used to the whole swimming mechanic anyway.
Uh-huh.
So it's not
I don't feel like it helps
necessary.
in the water.
Yeah, it does. Technically it does, but you have more control because you don't sink.
I felt like I was the coolest person in the world when I finally was brave enough in Mario 1 to go into the whirlpool areas that kind of suck you down.
Oh, right. And
I'm
still get
like,
the coins and get out. Yeah.
Get the coins, get out. I'm like, I'm so brave. Now I'm going to go do the cheap bridge. Oh, crap.
Yeah. They abandoned that whole frog suit thing because even in Mario World, they don't do that anymore. You still have just regular swimmy.
And you have a cape instead of a tail
Yeah,
in Mario World.
right. And it's a slightly different flying mechanic. Is there a hidden one out here?
One of them.
The thing is, there is in the specials. Morton.
Oh
Boink.
my gosh, I'm thinking of Morton in Mario World, where he climbs the walls.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Catch it in the air like a boss.
that's right.
That's right.
Now wave it around like you just don't care. Wow. I think I'm cringe, Ash.
You are. That's okay. That's what you get. Ooh,
Okay.
I have a nice mustachio.
Are the kings nicer in this version? I feel like in the original they were always fugly.
No, this is the original.
Okay.
See, these aren't like special editions or anything. Not like the All-Star edition.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, so the Super Mario 3 that I had in on the Game Boy Advance was like the All-Star version.
Oh my gosh, was that the one with like the lost levels in it too?
Yeah, All-Stars had lost levels and it came with your Nintendo Power subscription. It was like a promotional thing. And I don't remember if they ever released All Star. They released All Stars as its own game.
Yeah, because I think that's how we got it. Is it was released as its own game, and
Yeah, but I think originally it was. Maybe I'm just making that up. I wanted to say that it was only for like the people who were Nintendo Power subscribers, or maybe I just saw it in Nintendo Power. I was excited about it because it's like it was the first time you had a remaster of a game on a new console, like something that everybody was already familiar with.
okay, now I really just want to go through an old stack of Nintendo Powers.
Me too.
Like,
I mean, if you've got them, heck yeah. Like, hey, baby, I married you for your magazines.
you only love me for my Nintendo Powers.
And
Okay, wow, that sounds like a movie from the 80s or something.
no. Well, it's funny. I think about it now, but I'm wondering if that girl who I borrowed Nintendo Powers from was like, oh, maybe he likes me. Maybe he'll like me if I let him borrow my magazines. But I would have been I was way too thick to like realize that. Like, duh, Nintendo, good. I like video games, but my parents won't get me a Nintendo. That's really what it came down to.
But Phil did.
Yeah, Phil did. But that wasn't until the SNES was already out. So you could get
Oh, bugger.
Oh, now you're
I'm
boned.
screwed.
Someone's going swimming.
Oh,
You got cheaped.
I thought I was going to be cool.
Should have had a frog suit.
Shut up.
Do I have anything? I don't need anything. Boing.
You're not going to be dumb
Yeah.
enough to jump into the water.
Well, the thing is, that doesn't mean much.
Oh. Okay, this level is way easier with fireballs.
Ah, that was close. You cheap.
Okay. Embarrassing moment for the day.
Uh-oh.
Did you ever stand there with Mario shooting fireballs just, down into the water like that, going, it looks like Mario's peeing?
No. No, that's wrong. Actually, no. We had Mario do other, inappropriate things, if
This
I
is
remember.
totally how me and my brother worked.
Of course. It's like, look what he looks like he's doing. Duh.
Yeah. Or then you climb a vine and you're like, look, it looks like he's dancing at the
Yeah,
top.
Oh, yeah, we totally did that.
Oh yeah.
I think I was kind of annoying to my friends. Because I'd go over to their house because I really wanted to play.
Well,
And,
yeah.
and for them, it's like, it was boring for them. They had already had it and gone through it. And
I would do the same thing though. Like my best friend, we played with Barbies and we would totally like use ribbons and stuff and make Barbie elevators all over her room.
yeah.
But, I would also be like, so do you want to play Nintendo? No, not right now. All right, we'll play Barbies. Hey, what about now?
It's interesting that you were a Nintendo girl.
Why wouldn't I be?
Because that's not something that I didn't encounter that really. That wasn't something because I mean Barbies that was a thing, obviously.
Although we did some really impressive like engineering to get those Barbies all over the room.
Oh sure. Oh.
You're gonna get eaten.
I'm huge.
Your lunch.
Gonna be lunch. I'm gonna get fished. That guy is just wanting a meal. It ain't gonna be me. It's gonna be me. This one's not as bad. The second one, like World 8, I think,
Ugh.
where you have this, except it's way deeper.
I have so much trouble in World 8.
Or, Board 8, whatever, level 8, whatever it is here. It's in, fish land here, water world.
Water World. Oh, okay. I'm glad when we were dating that The first game we really played together was the first Mario.
Oh, because you could school me at it.
Oh my gosh. I think I got to World 6 on my first life.
Yeah, I used to be pretty good at that one, but I loved Mario 2 and 3 much more.
It's like the fourth door, isn't it?
Yeah, keep going. Keep
2.
going. Keep going.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, not under a
See?
swamp.
This is why I'm so glad that our first game was Mario 1 because this is just embarrassing.
I've done a lot of this. Well, so my Game Boy Advance I had in my coat pocket. So it lived with me all during the winter at work. So anytime I'd have like a moment to myself, oftentimes, in the bathroom, I would
Where every good employee goes for a break.
yeah, exactly. So I'd have Mario 3 with me. So I played it a lot. So I was getting it in like almost every day. My gosh, it was so cold there at Marky's in that warehouse. I remember coming in after unloading a van in the winter and just going into the bathroom and just running my hands over warm water for like 5 minutes. Because
Okay,
it was
but
just so
kinda
cold.
you guys were just like gear storage though, right?
Gear storage?
Yeah, like at Marky's. Wasn't
Yeah.
that why it was cold there?
Yeah. Well, it was technically heated. It was heated to like, 65 degrees or something. 60 degrees in the winter.
Mhm.
But you're also, the doors are constantly opening and you're in and out of your vans. In the back of those trucks aren't heated. And you'd be moving gear all over the place. And, especially if it came in and all the gear had been in the truck for a while, so the gear itself was freezing cold. Oh man.
There we go. Ha. Ha.
So, I had
Celebrate.
I had my Game Boy Advance SP.
Ooh.
It was the SP, so if it was red and it flipped open and it was backlit, so you could actually see what you're doing.
We still have that one, don't
Oh
we?
yeah, I got it. It still works. Because Nintendo stuff is excellent. Like it's just well made. Like all of my original stuff still works. My NES still works. Some of the cartridges, as crazy it may seem, like I think some of those batteries even still work. Oh, I knew I wasn't getting out of that one.
I was hoping you would.
Come on, Luigi. That's why you play second fiddle.
Luigi's can't jump. Oh, I hate those guys. And their evil little babies.
Wait. No.
Run, Ash, run.
I knew yeah, I don't have it today.
Comparatively, neither do I. Okay, which one was that? 4?
Yeah.
It must have been because 4's on land.
I remember even before 3 came out, 2 was really popular. I mean, we loved playing 2. Because 2 allowed you to do things you couldn't do in 1, like go backwards, for instance.
Oh, yes. Okay, I did love finally being able to go backwards.
And you can jump on top of people and ride on top of them.
Oh, wow.
Did we really get a game over?
I did. Oh, that's tragic.
Oh, nuts.
No, I think I come back, but I lose all my stuff.
Oh, no.
Wow. Oh, I'm so ashamed.
Shame.
To the change of my name. What's in a name? Timon and Pumbaa. Sorry. Disney reference.
Yeah. Lion King, I think, was the last Disney thing I really ever gushed on. Like when it came out.
Okay, one of my best friends in high school was all about the Lion King and totally did like a Lion King birthday cake and everything with little plastic, Simba and Nala on it.
Yeah.
What? We like that kind of stuff.
No, that's fine. It was fine. I mean, Eisner was still at Disney at the time. This would have been 95-ish. Lion King came out in summer of 90.
Oh, hey, I still got all my stuff.
Lion King came out in the summer of '94.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So I would have been 13 at the time
Yeah.
because,
Oh,
yeah.
because you wouldn't have turned
Mm-hmm.
14 yet. That's right. So,
How many
rib.
freaking frog suits? I think that's my
Well,
third one.
well, you could just, use it.
Ugh.
There was Lion King was okay. So that was coming off of what was before that? Beauty and the Beast was no Aladdin. It was Aladdin.
I
Is
liked Aladdin.
yeah,
I had a little toy, Jasmine, and her tiger,
Raja.
Raja. And then I used to keep it on my desk until one of the dogs got in my room and ate it.
Of
Like her
course.
foot was never the same after that. Shut up. It scarred me for life. I assure
Clearly.
you.
Clearly. Yeah. I mean, okay, what I noticed in the 90s, because I grew up with all the Disney stuff anyway, like the back catalog stuff.
You
like,
grew up with the weird Disney stuff.
well, no, I grew up with the OG because when VHS started becoming a thing,
Oh,
Disney released almost their entire back catalog on VHS, and it was the white clamshells,
I remember those.
and they all had the same style covers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I grew up with. So the Renaissance happened with, of course, Little Mermaid in the '89.
Okay.
Okay. So that's when we started seeing it, and it blew everything else out of the water. By the way.
Well, it totally did. I mean, I loved Little Mermaid.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
then I got sick of it when my little sister just adored it and watched it every day.
yes, and that's where I was going with all of this, because by the time you get to the mid '90s, the marketing machine for Disney is in overdrive. And you
Mhm.
start going, I'm kind of tired of seeing this everywhere I go. It was okay when you had to seek it out yourself to find stuff, but when it's just in your face all the time, it lost its value for me. And that's kind of when I'm like, you know what? I'm not really. This whole Disney thing is just kind of getting old.
Oh, I should have used a tail something.
Yeah,
At least I'm not a frog.
that's true. But you can jump far with a frog, even here. So, Lion King.
Yeah.
So, one wintry night in the winter of '95.
Isn't that redundant?
Yes, it was. Yes, it is. Anyway, we
Sorry about that.
no. Thank you for correcting my grammar. I went. We had this snow thing that was happening. Basically, a big blizzard warning, and it was like I don't know if it was technically declared emergency, but like all the people were like, "Hey, stay home. Don't go out driving because it sucks outside." Well, my cousin Chris and I decided we were going to drive over to the next town to Chandler because this girl, had, invited me over, but, I didn't have a car available to me at the time. And it was one of those, she was
She was hot.
very interested in me, let's say that.
Aw, look at you.
Well, yeah, I talk about like not having smooth points. This was the exception because, we like turned on Lion King, and then before the end of it, we're like making out on our couch.
I could counter that with a making out story, but I won't.
That's fine. We'll save it for another time.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure I'll have another one.
But anyway, that was like. But I thought it was funny because I may have even snuck out of my house for that one.
Oh.
Like, and just hanging out at,
You were naughty.
going all the way over there to, the next town to do that. And when we, during a snow warning, like, hey, don't be on the roads. But on the other hand, no one was there to, there was no traffic to get in the way.
Okay, I never would have snuck out of my house. That thought never even crossed my mind.
I know.
Because
Well,
That's
I
just
wouldn't do it.
wrong.
I know. The thing is, my mindset now is like, oh my gosh, why did I do that? But it's because, I felt like I was being. I understand
Oh,
it because I
oh,
felt like I was
oh.
being strangled. Like, why don't you ever let me do anything?
I'm gonna sneak out. I'll show you.
Well, if you don't get caught, you just got to do what you wanted. It's like I wasn't gonna do anything naughty per se. It's not like
Oh,
I was.
except being out of the house in a snowstorm to go make out with a girl.
Well, I didn't
Oh,
know I was going to be making out with
oh.
her. I'd hoped, but I don't know.
Okay, wait. What was your friend doing while you were making out with her?
Watching Lion King. No, it was Chris. It was my cousin Chris. So and it was funny because like he's like the fun. I think about it now, but it wasn't. I don't feel like it was really that awkward.
Well, that's
I
good.
mean, at the time, I do now. I think it's like, oh my gosh, what was I doing? No pride. It's like, oh, it's like no, that was like normal. Because the thing is, I had been in like a similar situation on the other end of it, where you go somewhere,
And your friend starts
and you
making
start
out with
making out with,
someone?
yeah, exactly, yeah, and you're like watching TV or whatever.
I'm trying to
It's not like
remember now.
It's not like I was being stared at or anything. It wasn't like creeper or anything. It's just, I don't know. It was just not
You didn't think about that when you're a
uncommon.
teenager.
No, you don't, and it wasn't uncommon. It was just like this, I don't know, normal thing, I guess.
It's funny because my mom used to hang out with our group in high school. Like, she'd be the chaperone parent and there'd be one or two other parents
Well,
and
this wouldn't happen with like adults in the room.
well, I remember mom going, "Wow, your friends are so like eh, that friend and that friend just have their hands all over each other. Can't they just get a room?" And I'm sitting there going, "What are you talking about?" Because I didn't notice.
Right. Well, that's the other thing too.
I was thinking about the guy I had a crush on.
Well, yeah, actually, yeah. It's like you don't necessarily notice because you're busy with your own stuff, with your own hopes and dreams, as it were.
All right. I do not want to do 5. I don't want to do 5.
Nah, you want to do 8. You know what this one is?
No.
I do.
I'm going to regret this, aren't I?
Yeah, you're gonna love it. Oh, oh, what the?
I didn't mean to do that. Oh, hey, I totally meant to do that.
So did you just burn a? Did
Uh,
you burn one of the clouds?
yeah, possibly.
Oh,
What? You said we weren't going to, warp or anything.
no, we're not. It's fine.
Oh, I hate this one too. Man, I'm glad I accidentally did that.
There you go.
Whee!
Because I wouldn't have used anything special. I just would have
Died? No, you would have beat
gritted
it.
my teeth and died. Because it's me versus that fish.
Oh, that fish wins so many times.
As often as I play this, it's weird that I don't know that guy's name.
Okay,
The giant munchie fish.
I'm looking it up now. Although I desperately think we need to call him Giant Munchie Fish for,
Or just like, I don't know what he is. I want to say is his, I don't know. I feel like it's like a joke name, like a joke fish name, like a food name.
Giant Fish in Mario 3.
The only way you would know the names of these guys is if you had. Do they say their names in the manual?
Okay, wait a minute. That is not a giant fish.
Well, what are they saying his name is?
It's saying, well, this is saying, oh, hang on. I think I'm looking up the wrong enemy. A spiky fish that shoots little fish at Mario.
No.
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 That one's name is Big Bertha.
Do.
Oh, Boss Bass, maybe?
Yeah, that might be him.
Okay. Big
Is-
Bertha's the one that shoots tiny ones.
Yeah.
Boss Bass is the other one.
Yeah.
Okay, here's the real question. Do
Yeah.
I want to take the boat? I don't really want
Do you
to
have a
take the
hammer?
boat.
I mean, you can use it if you want.
I know. All right.
You're just getting items and lives.
Yeah. Which I'm going to lose them all anyways, so.
I'm not sure how much more we're gonna be doing. We can go to Big Land and dork around in there, for sure.
Woot.
I like Big Land.
And it's only like half of World 4 is actually big.
Yeah.
Oh man, that means I'm going to have to try and beat Wendy if I can make it through her ship.
Right.
Okay, how did Bowser go from amazing warships to his clown car?
Oh, that's like his hot rod.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
no,
Your
no.
hot rod is a clown car?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, of course, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
uh-huh. Guys
He's-
are weird.
Well, he is a clown. I mean,
Bowser's not a.
well, he does this like scary clown because during that fight, the clown car gets the angry eyebrows.
Oh, sure. Okay.
Wow, that was
Ooh,
worth it.
Shut up. Ha!
Oh, hey.
I
nice.
know.
I don't think I ever get on top of there. I always go under.
I
and
usually
dodge.
This screw is so not worth it.
I know. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Okay, Animaniacs was the best.
I'm trying to remember if there was there was probably an Animaniacs game.
nuts. There probably was. Okay, Tiny Toon Adventures on the Nintendo.
Yeah, I played Tiny Toons
I loved that.
because I liked playing as Furball.
I only had it at a friend's house though.
That was a rental for me.
And there was a Mickey Mouse one too, I think, that I would play.
Castle of Illusion was on.
That was Sega.
That was Sega. You're right. There was a Mickey Mouse on the NES.
Yes.
I thought there was other Disney's Chippendale and
I never played
DuckTales.
Chippendale.
Those were Capcom games
Nice.
because half of the characters look like Mega Man characters.
Woo, I'm back to my old self again. So when did she become Peach?
I think was it Mario World?
Oh
It
my
was either
goodness.
Mario World or it was Mario 64.
It might have been Mario 64 because that's when she's like, "Hey, I baked you a cake."
Peach.
Peach.
But,
Oh, I love these guys.
Yeah,
They're so chonky.
I just remember thinking this is the coolest thing
Uh-huh.
ever. See, this made me feel like the game was like more like a playground.
Yes.
You know, that was like the first time. It's like just that vibe. It's like that's where I feel like Nintendo really nailed that.
My head practically exploded when I got here, and I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I hope the whole world is this way."
Yeah,
And then it wasn't, and I was so disappointed.
yeah. I like the idea of everything just being giant.
Uh-huh. Is there
Yeah.
something worth flying for here?
Not really.
Okay.
But,
I
you
love
know.
how you can't even knock out a block with your tail because
Yeah.
they're so big.
And you can't tell me this did not inspire Pixar for Toy Story. You just can't. 100%. Because you know those guys were playing Mario.
Oh, well, yeah. Oof. I think I've done that many times.
Yeah.
I like how the more you play this, it's always the same guys that get you.
Yeah. Because you have your muscle memory.
Uh-huh. I have my muscle memory for killing myself,
Yes.
apparently.
Yeah. For making mistakes.
Mistake muscle memory.
Yes. Doing the French mistake.
Oh my gosh, what is that from?
Oh, that's Blazing Saddles.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so I was telling the 14-year-old about Blazing Saddles today.
Oh no. I don't know about that.
Well, and the funny thing is, I was like, it's Mel Brooks. And, they were like, "Oh, I know who that is. That's the one who did Spaceballs." Yep.
Who said this? Maddie?
Yeah.
Oh, she has seen Spaceballs.
Uh-huh.
That's a good entry one.
I mean, if you can do Spaceballs, I feel like you should be able to do
Blazing Saddles.
yes.
Blazing Saddles is whew, that could be triggering for people. I remember seeing it in high school for the first time. I was like 16 because a friend let me borrow it. It's like it's Mel Brooks movie. I'm like, okay, well I know Mel Brooks because Mel Brooks did Spaceballs and Mel Brooks did it was Young Frankenstein, and I was very familiar with those. Um, but then we get to Blazing Saddles, and you have all the Black Bart stuff and the townspeople stuff and the N word being thrown around, and I'm like, I guess is it okay for me to laugh at this? I remember distinctly thinking that. I thought it was hilarious, but I had to like, it gave me pause at
Uh-huh.
16, going, can I even laugh at this? And it's like, yes, you can.
It's so
That's
well
that's the
acted.
point. The
Yeah.
whole point of this is the absurdity of bigotry and all that stuff. Yes, laugh at it. That's the point.
Oh, Chunky Boy. He's got a name.
Yeah, that's Sumo Brothers.
Oh, jeez. Ha! I'm
Buzzies.
so ashamed.
That's one excited Buzzy Beetle. He's going back to Bowser. I took out Mario. I'm gonna get a promotion.
He's not gonna get a promotion.
He's not gonna get a promotion.
He's not even gonna get a cupcake.
No. Like, I made you a cupcake, but I ate it. Get out of my
Okay,
face, nerd.
That's totally what Bowser would say.
Yeah. Totally.
Okay, did you hear today Soren coming up to us and going, "Hey nerds."
Did he really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, good for him.
I know.
I missed. It's like, oh, all right. Like
'Cause
it's like
I was like, "Oh, listen to you."
it's like, how dare you?
It's
like-
like a family term of endearment at this point.
You know, I will say.
What's up, nerds?
What's up, nerds?
Was that okay? Use of nerds as a salutary term.
Yes.
Was that Paper Mario?
Oh,
I feel like that was because
feel
of Thousand Year Door.
it might have been. And who said it though? Was that Rockhawk? Or was it Bowser?
I don't know. Rockhawk's the best.
I want to say did Bowser say that to like the Punies? I don't remember.
Oh,
I'll just have to play the game again. That's coming up next month.
I cannot wait.
I'm excited for that.
I'm seriously thinking about pre-ordering it.
Might as well. Because the thing is you'll probably
Oof.
get it downloaded
Oh
before
no!
before
I forgot about the ground.
it releases. So you can have it day one.
That's true. Ooh.
I don't think it's a bad idea. It's like, yeah, man, go for it. Get it. Oh, right. It's this one. Better go down.
Okay, there's a lot of little things that they did in this game that I feel like we don't see in any other game.
Yeah, the candle flames are there. For sure. Oh no. Is there a leaf here? Nope.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Come on. Doink. Once I figured out how these guys worked, they
Yes.
just became so easy.
I used to back up because after I'd hit them once
Yeah.
because I was like so afraid of them.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh no, you got to stay right on top of them, don't you?
Yeah. If you keep your distance, it's much harder.
Uh,
What?
underwater.
Frog suit. What's the worst that could happen?
What's probably gonna happen anyways? All right, I'm frog suiting it up.
Do frog suit. Come on. When are you waiting for the end? To do
Okay.
Bowser's Castle?
If you can beat Bowser's Castle in a frog suit,
I have done it.
have you really?
I have.
Ha!
Aww.
I like the gentle bounce that happens when you swim.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get the rhythm of it. So
Mhm.
that's why I'm saying like the frog suit can be
'Cause
distracting.
I feel like you don't glide with the frog suit either.
No.
That's half of it. You swim a couple strokes and then you glide.
Yeah, I think technically, I believe you're faster with the frog suit, but you don't have the same rhythm.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
I can't believe neither one of us have gotten 3 stars in a row yet.
Oh, I have.
Have you?
I did. You were knitting.
Shut up.
You've been paying attention. What is this? What do you think this is? This is the serious podcast.
Yes, so serious.
Very, very serious. So, so important.
Okay, I have firepower.
You have firepower. Shoot him. Shoot him.
Ha
Hold it.
ha! That is right. I reign supreme. Serious podcast.
Serious. Serious podcast.
Darn, I was hoping to. Oh, see, now you have a P wing.
Pee wing.
Oh, sure. You make fun of me for.
Look, making it look like Mario's urinating on something. That's obscene.
Okay, that's obscene, but. Oh, I shouldn't. Hey, dude, come here. I need you. Ha!
Chop, 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 chop.
Oh,
Wow, it's like you knew he was there, but you kind of walked into him anyway.
I'm stellar.
Oh.
Oh,
It's the
I remember these guys. I'm gonna need that.
they're flashy, little dashy. Chomp, chomp,
I don't
chomp.
care. I'm not dead
You
yet.
can still hop on them, you know.
I know. Oof!
Yeah, that's
Oh.
see that guy. That guy. It's sneaky.
All right, you doing 5 or 6?
Which one did you just do?
I just did 5.
I'll do 6. Oh yeah, I like this one.
Oh, I should have done this one.
You see, you have the door you can go through here to make everything small again. But I'm
But
not
what
going to do
fun
it.
is that?
Exactly.
I always thought
Exactly.
that door was ridiculous.
Like, why are you even giving me this option? Don't do that.
Why would anyone want to make it small?
Like, everything's going to be normal size for the rest of the game.
Also, those Koopas are kind of cute.
Or Giant Koopa. I have a deeper voice because I'm big.
Although it would be comically, I can see them with a
Like a
little
squeaky-
tiny voice.
Squeaky voice.
Uh-huh. Oh, okay. You have 18 lives? Seriously?
Yeah. It helps when you don't die.
Shut up. Again, I know where you sleep.
The funny thing is, though, you're better at the matching game. I haven't done any matching yet. And I'm
That's
terrible at it.
because I love it and I keep stealing it every time it comes up.
That's fine. Take it. Because you're way better at this than I am.
That might be a 10. Oh, no, star. Okay.
There's your star. One up.
Ooh.
Do do do.
Right.
You can get the Toad House.
I could still go.
Oh, I think do you get a Tanuki suit in this one? You do. I think you get a Tanuki suit in that house. Don't you want a Tanuki suit?
Okay. Do you ever use the Tanuki power?
Yeah, of course. Well, I mean, you can still fly like a raccoon.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, it's tricky.
I have to get some water.
Da-doom. Do, do, do. All right, well, I'm taking it.
Do it. Do it.
Okay, well, hang on a minute. Does that mean Tanuki? Okay, so in the Game Boy Advance version of this,
Yes.
when you get that, he actually says Tanuki.
Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
because it has all he has like the little saying thing. It's just an addition. It's me. He goes Tanuki, because we care about that.
Okay, now I want to know. Oh, this
Yeah.
will be our downfall.
Maybe. I just didn't get enough super speed.
All right. You know what?
Wood.
I can do this. Did they ever release a record of like Mario on on vinyl?
Oh, I think they have. Maybe. There's other game music that's on vinyl.
Ha!
I mean, they wouldn't have done it back in the day. There's no way. At least not in the US. Japan was at the forefront of new formats. So even in the 80s, they weren't doing vinyl in the 80s. It was cassette and CD. They adopted CDs long before we did. And, Nintendo America wouldn't have released a soundtrack. I'm trying to remember the first soundtrack of a game I remember ever seeing.
Come on. Do it. Do it.
You're not close enough. Just jump it.
Bugger. Oh, I was hoping it would wait just a little bit longer. Oh,
Do.
this is just humiliating.
Don't worry. I'm still in the game.
I know you are.
Dude.
Humiliating.
All right. Tanuki.
Do enemies walk through you if you're a statue?
Yes, they walk right past you.
Okay, which it just makes you realize that Bowser has statues of Mario randomly in his castle.
Yeah.
I guess it's not really Mario, it's like an old man.
Oh, yeah. I guess it's like a, what is he? Hang on.
See, he looks like a sage or something.
Yeah. Like, is that like a monk thing?
Maybe.
Like a Buddha monk, only it's Mario?
Still less creepy than the monks in Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, that's true. I feel like that's like
So
specifically like a
emboldened.
Japanese Buddhist thing, or or Shinto or whatever. I'm like
You're
offending
really
everybody.
bad at this.
Yeah. Like I've now offended everyone.
We have now lost any podcast attendees.
Yeah, there you go, and demonetized.
All right. I just can't remember where this one goes.
Yeah, we gotta. Oh man, I would love to go to.
How
Go
did we get
back to
over
Japan.
there?
Huh?
How did we get over there?
Um.
Oh, because all the levels I beat, I now have to beat again.
All right.
Oh,
Because you had to continue.
Oh,
Oh, well, I can always go back and make a
shut
path
up.
for it. Help you out. Frog soup. Do it. Come on.
Hate the Oh, this one's not so bad. Oh, except I hate the way he swims.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can. Oh, never mind.
What?
Nothing.
What?
No, I'm not blaming you for that because the frog suit is a little weird. But you can jump really high. You can jump out of the water and
Just go on
jump
top.
on that Lakitu guy. That's Lakitu.
Yeah,
Yeah, you could just hop on top of him.
the Lakitu. That's secretly a videographer.
Yes, he finally got his big break in Okay, well, wait a minute. Did he do that in he was the when did we first see him
Did he
doing
always do? Did he do it in racing like
Yeah,
the
he did.
original
He
Mario
did it.
Kart?
Yeah, Mario Kart on the Super. He did it.
And then
He
in
was holding
Mario 64,
Yeah, he was the camera guy.
yeah.
He's just kind of like the resident AV nerd for Bowser.
You know what? Everyone needs a job.
Do
And Bowser
Did-
wouldn't have to lend out his clown car then because Lakitu's got his
He's
own
got his
cloud.
own cloud, right?
Oh, look how adorable.
Whack, 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 whack,
He's so
Quack, quack.
cute.
whack. Yeah. Do.
Oh,
I remember being on in junior high. I was in the band room because my junior high and high school were in the same building, though, so we shared the same band room. And I remember like one day getting on the timpani before band started, doing this
you did
this
not.
drum, dum 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 dum, just to see if anybody would like recognize it. I did that sort of stuff. You
Did
know,
anyone
I was
recognize it?
no.
Oh,
I mean, I did, but you know, they probably weren't thinking about it. They're like, "What are you doing, you freaking nerd?"
honestly, that's totally what they were thinking. Hey, guys, does anyone recognize this?
attention to me and my cool thing. Isn't Mario cool? I like Super Mario. But the-
Okay.
no,
Mario
no,
was.
no.
Oh.
I mean, it's the same power. I just like being a Tanuki.
No, you can't turn into a statue.
Yeah, but I'm not going to turn into a statue. That's
I
the
know.
dumb thing.
I never used that power. It was just kind of there. And then when I could have used it, I would always forget to use it. Okay, I'm glad you're taking this ship because
Well,
Yeah.
everybody was playing Mario because Mario World was out, and that blew everyone's mind again.
that's because it was amazing. I feel like the color palette was even
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, because you had
brighter
yeah, you did because you had
because
was a
you
better
had
system.
16-bit instead of 8-bit. I answered my own question.
yeah. Is there one over here? Yep. This
There
one
it
There it
is.
is. Oh no. Who is this? This is Lemmy?
Might be Lemmy. It's not Iggy.
No, it's not Iggy. There's Lenny, Lemmy, Iggy. Those are the ones I. Iggy is I don't. Everyone knows who Iggy is. He's weird looking.
Yeah.
And then of course Roy. Yeah.
And Morton.
Morton.
I always recognize Morton. Okay, who's the first one?
Good question.
Oh. Okay, now we're gonna have to get out that comic book with all the Koopa kids.
Yeah.
Remember it? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I remember this one.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
All right. Well, until next time, we'll have another episode where we'll pick it up. You know what? To make sure that we can do this, we're gonna cheat a little bit here.
Oh, do you need me to save state?
Save state it.
Okay.
There you go. Creates a spin point. Yeah. All
All
right.
right.
So that way we can definitely pick up exactly where we left off. We don't have to worry about any other stuff. So
Until we meet again.
until we meet again.